Hi everyone, happy winter solstice. Tonight, we have the longest hours of darkness of the whole year. So for some of us to say happy winter solstice is maybe something we're questioning or not sure we want to feel. Mostly people say it's a time to go inward, to be quiet, to reflect, to rest, to restore. And that's all true. There is no right way to have your winter solstice. It's your night. But today I want to talk about darkness in particular, since we are having the longest hours of physical darkness, without sunlight of the year, and talk about how we think about darkness in general, meaning spiritually or in our lives or energetically, not just with or without the sun rising. And there's a concept I like to work with the people that I work with, exploring this. And I call it darkness. What we call darkness is just a trick of the light beckoning us to know it more intimately. And what do I mean by that? The light, knowing the light intimately, the light being the state of unconditional love, the truth of all of us, the core, the deepest place that keeps our hearts beating, that keeps breath in our lungs. I'll keep it as simple as that. The truth of us that keeps our hearts beating and breath in our lungs is the state of being in unconditional love. And we forget that, or we say we don't know what that is, or it's too massive a concept to take in, and that there's lots of darkness and pain and suffering. And I'm not saying that that's not true and there's not pain and suffering. But the truth of all of us is that what keeps our hearts beating and breath in our lungs is the state of unconditional love. And so, in order for us to actually start to tap in to the knowing of that for ourselves, and to know it intimately inside ourselves, we have to sit with ourselves and wonder, where in my own self am I loving conditionally? What parts of me do I feel are not worthy of my own love? Not even love from others or outside of ourselves, but my own love. It's a deep question to ask ourselves. To sit and say, what is my darkness? And darkness is simply the parts of ourselves we think do not deserve love, or could never be loved, or are outside of love. So tonight, if you're willing, sit with yourself and simply ask, what part of me really needs more of my own love tonight? And just listen. You'll get an answer. You will. You'll feel something in your body respond. You'll get an actual verbal answer in your head. You'll see an image. Something will say, go do that thing, or stop doing XYZ, or whatever it is. And you don't have to immediately do anything about this answer. You don't have to immediately stop doing something, or go do something, or pick up the phone and call the person, or even just say I love you to yourself. You don't have to do anything. The first step is just to ask, what part of myself needs more of my love tonight? And just meditate with that. Just sit with it. Just let your body and your being have the experience of asking that question. And that alone can start to shift how you're perceiving the darkness around you. And that's a very first step into walking into remembrance of unconditional love. It's just allowing yourself to have the experience of asking, what part of me needs more of my own love tonight? And if anyone wants help with this question, wants to talk more about this concept of getting to know the light more intimately through understanding what they're perceiving as darkness within themselves, this is a large part of the work that I do with the people I work with. So you please feel free to reach out to me if you want more support around this, or you have questions, or you had an insight that came to you tonight if you tried this and you just want to share it. I'd love to hear about it. Before I go, I'm just going to sit with myself for a minute. Definitely for me tonight, it's the feeling of the way in which I offer information or my own thoughts or share my own experience, letting it be how it is in the moment. That needs more of my love tonight. Yeah. The way in which I share my own thoughts and experience still needs more of my love tonight. So I'll be sitting with that. I love you all. Have a beautiful evening and a beautiful solstice, no matter what you uncover for yourself tonight. Bye.